Hey guys, welcome back. Forgot my mic.
Okay, so today we are here to talk about why most people are miserable. Okay, now I am not an expert. I don't know everything. This is just my ideas, my thoughts about the situation, and you may agree or not. Okay, and that's fine. So, why people are most people are miserable? So taking it back to the main point, the point that's always going to be relevant, and it is what you are focusing on. So most people um, make other people's thoughts and feelings their business. Okay, so meaning that you feel a way about other people's thoughts and feelings. All right, and we're also going to throw their actions in there. Now, society is built is pretty much based around this, especially right now with social media, and we're all giving our opinions. Hence, this video you're watching, we're all talking about things, and it's just this never ending circle of giving your opinions about things and people. Now, Earth, this world as it stands, if we were to flip that energy, would make the perfect place for creating a master, creating a God. Because as we all know, if you're here, may agree, may disagree, but what you focus on, what you give your attention to is what your life will be. So say your mind, your thoughts is the director, and you, your physical body, is the actor. The way you comprehend things, the way you think about things, the things you focus on, that is who makes up this actor. Your thoughts are giving the actor the script, and everybody and everything around you is your supporting actors and all of that, right? So if you're giving yourself, the director is giving the actor a good script, meaning how you feel about yourself, how you feel about other people and things around you, then you're going to overall have a good time. But if your script is negative and you're focusing on negative things, you're going to encounter negative circumstances. Now, before we get back to this God level training and this embodying being a God in the flesh and living in heaven on earth, let's talk about, you know, us giving our opinions, and being on social media is a way to make money. It's a big part of a lot of people's lives. Um, Even if you're just a viewer, this is how we pass time by. And all of that is fine. You can do all of that and still mind your own business. Now, what I mean by being a perfect ground for breeding a god, for, how you see those movies and um, their training. So, like The Matrix or any type of uh, Kung Fu master type story, there's this intense focus on something. It is giving you this space of creating a mindset. So if you learn how to interact in these spaces without giving it too much thought or too much feeling behind it, nothing can shake that internal strength that you have, that intense focus, that dominion over yourself and over your reality. Nothing can shake that. If you can get past being mad about somebody else's opinion or focusing on the differences that you have with other people and focus more on how you want your life to be, you will start seeing that. And you can just dwell in places that are in alignment with what you think and believe. You're wasting energy by trying to convince somebody to believe something that they don't for whatever reason. You're wasting energy by being somewhere that is not in alignment with what your end goal is. So dwell in those places or create places where um, you feel good, things that you agree with, things that you feel good about. Like, and no matter what it is, whoever thought that we will grow up in a world where the majority of people enjoy mukbangs? Like, whoever thought, like, the first person, it had to be one person, the first person that was like, I think I'm going to go ahead and record a video while I'm eating and tell everybody how delicious it is. You know what I mean? But a lot of people enjoy it even on just different levels. Even if you just scroll by and you are foodie and you like, oh, that look good, I want to try that. Or you just genuinely enjoy watching people enjoy food. So no matter what it is that you enjoy or that you feel like you can offer the world, there's going to be a group of people for that. So you don't have to worry about being alone necessarily, because there's going to be a group for you. And you don't have to go in other people's spaces and be a contrarian, because we are addicted to anger, to sadness, to guilt, to failure, because it is programmed within you. It's like just how animals evolve, because their circumstances change, or they need to protect themselves, or whatever the case is. That is kind of what word do I want to use? The process of being programmed. It just it's like a DNA level thing. It's a cell thing. It's a, I don't know, cells firing and wiring and neurons and signals. You know what I mean? It's just something that happens naturally. I don't know how to explain it, but it's in you on a subconscious level. It's nothing that you have to think about necessarily. Like the other day, I was thinking about doing this video, what I was going to say, and I was just, rolling. I was inside myself. I'm just communing with self, right? So anyway, I'm sitting there thinking I'm outside. And I believe I was thinking about fight or flight energy, where in my mind at that time, I was thinking like, why, sometimes you'd be scared. For example, it's like if you walking down the street and you see a group of people standing at the corner or in front of the store, whatever the case, you might have thoughts of them saying something to you, or, you're kind of panicking or creating this story before anything has happened. And of course, we have examples in our lives with people around us or ourselves, something we went through or witnessed or whatnot. So that again is ingrained in you. So you're already on defense. But getting panicky and upset and getting your heart rate racing before anything has even happened. So again, I'm sitting there. I know I'm rambling, but this is how it kind of went. And I'm just thinking, I'm again not paying attention to external energy. I'm just thinking, and I feel something on my leg, and then I finally look down and I swat it away without even thinking about it. So we already have that fight or flight built in us, right? So you already going to know what to do if something happens. It's good to be aware and know certain things happen, know where you are, all of that. But trust yourself to know, or to protect you, or to know what to do in any type of circumstance. It was just a moth, but I flicked it without even thinking, when I realized it. But you don't have to worry as much about not being in control of every little thing or being able to know what's going to happen before it happens. We got to learn how to start assuming better outcomes. And again, knowing that your higher self, your body is already programmed to protect you or do its best to protect you if anything should arise. You know what I mean? So if you start taking that energy that you're putting on things that you don't like, that you don't care about, and start focusing more on you, then you have no choice but to start really thinking about and knowing and understanding what it is that you actually do like, what it is that you actually do want to do. And, with those thoughts comes uh, daydreaming, essentially. Those thoughts form pictures, which is your imagination, and you're able to start seeing who you want to be and what you would do if you had X amount of money, or if you were able to do what you really wanted to do. You will start seeing that. And then your mind doesn't know the difference between actually doing something and just thinking about it. Because again, what you put your attention on is real. You give it energy to live. So when you start focusing on you and what makes you happy, you start doing those things, and then you start becoming that person. and everything around you has to form to that. So if you ever doubt that your energy goes where you put it, I always do the hand test when I have my moments of doubt. Just look at the palm of your hand, and in your mind, take your other hand and just start making a circle in the middle of your palm. You should feel some type of sensation. And then use your eyes to outline your fingers. You will start feeling that sensation on, your finger. Put it on the bottom of your foot. So again, this is proven that wherever you are focusing on, your energy is going there. So that should show you like that's no doubt. Um, and if we're going to go, if you're here, you might have the idea or the notion or the belief that you are a God on earth, right? You are a part of God. You are a God. You're a God always. You are God always. So even when you're having negative thoughts, you're having a bad day, you having good thoughts, things are going good or going bad, you're still God, meaning that who is God? He's a creator of heaven and earth, right? Polarities. So even when you're thinking bad thoughts, you're still God. You're just a God that's having bad thoughts and creating a bad reality. Okay. So seeing how you're always creating, whether you're trying to intentionally or not, now that you have that awareness, you can start implementing and reminding yourself every moment who you are, that you are a creator. You create things with your thoughts and with your feelings. So, like I said, you watching people or interacting with things that don't align with you, and then you're having thoughts about it, contrarian thoughts, negative thoughts, and then you're feeling a way about thoughts and feelings that genuinely or generally don't have anything to do with you or your life, it's not going to affect you. You're probably not going to ever meet these people. And again, I know that social media and life in general puts us in a situation day to day, moment to moment, where we're interacting with those things. We have to, we're on the internet, we're going to work, we're going outside. You got a person, you got children or whatever. You're going to have to deal with those things. But if you can get into a space where you're not being in your thoughts and feelings about things that you don't like, and decide to focus on what you want and what you do like, you're again, energy goes where you put the focus on. So your life has no choice but to change. And so not only is it the thoughts and feelings, it's the letting go of it to some degree, meaning that I trust myself again to take care of me and to know what to do and to take action on opportunities that come along or whatnot. I trust that my energy is going to bring forth back the energy that I'm putting out. And then just watch the magic unfold. So the better and better you get at observing things versus reacting and interacting with things, the more godlike you are and the more heavenly experiences you have. So this is what makes sense to me. I'm just sharing my ideas. And again, I'm not perfect and I don't know everything and I'm not living all my desires right now. But based off what I know and the experiences that I have manifested, I know this to be true. And it's not always easy to uh, get to that place where it's easy to ignore things. Because again, we are addicted. We are addicted to giving our opinions and getting mad. And sometimes if we don't even have nothing to be mad about, we'll make something up because it's like your body, even if you are being conscious and aware in that moment, your body is addicted to, it feels like, again, a drug withdrawal. It's like, I need to curse somebody out. Like, I, it you're just used to it. It's like it's been 4 days. You ain't got irritated. Don't you want to get irritated? It's an easy opportunity right there. Somebody just said something stupid, like just do it, But that's when you again be aware that that's a part of you that wants to stay in existence. It's you're no longer feeding it. And if you're feeding something that's living, if you're not feeding something that's living, it's starting to disappear, starting to die. And then there's a rebirth of this new you. So you have to just persist and stay diligent with not listening to that old story, because you're going to be your biggest adversary. It's a little bit easier in comparison to battling your own self when you're battling outside things, because at some point you can feel like, oh, I don't really, and then that's the truth, that we don't care about these people necessarily or what they think or feel. We're just so used to going to, wanting somebody to argue with, because you can't argue with your job and be like, you ain't paying me enough, on that level, like you would, like, I want to curse them out, you know what I mean? Like, you can't fight and argue with your bills and circumstances necessarily. They're not going to argue back with you. So there's a part of you that is dying and it wants to stay in existence. You just have to keep reminding yourself that that's exactly what it is. And you're always God, even when you're having those negative thoughts. And with that knowledge that you hold so much power, that you're creating circumstances and changing circumstances at a moment's focus, that you have to be more responsible if you want to see your life change. It's, man, I'm not going to claim that, but you know what I want to say, because again, I'm not there yet. I am there. I'm there right now. I have control over my focus, over my thoughts, and I remember who I am in every moment, that I am God, and I am always creating my reality. I'm always God on my bad days, my good days, my amazing days. I am creating that. I'm creating it. That's why when I do my readings and things like that, you're going to hear me a lot of times just refer back to you. You know what I mean? A lot of times we're projecting energy, or we're focusing on, oh, I'm not doing this right. Specifically, like, say, in a relationship, you're focusing on how you did something wrong and then projecting on that person that they're still thinking about it. You're projecting on how today's going to go at work and how bad traffic's going to be. And you might not see a change in your reality like that. But know that for a fact it is changing, because you put your focus on it. Again, the hand test. You know that it's moving. You know that it's changing. Know that. Okay, so I hope that this was insightful. Let me think about again what we're talking about. Why most people are miserable. And I'm just going through in my head a little bit and making sure that we actually answered that question. Since interacting with people and circumstances is something we do on a moment to moment basis, and we start thinking a lot about those things in negative ways specifically, and we start feeling a way, because a lot of our anger and frustration tends to deal with other people, because they can talk back. They're right there in our face, and we don't agree with what they do or how they do it. There's multiple things you can do here. You can move around from that space, or you can start seeing it in a different way. Traffic. Ain't no traffic today. When I go in the store, ain't gonna be nobody at the register when I'm ready to go up to the register. My check gonna be looking amazing this week. My sales gonna be looking amazing. This is looking amazing this week. It's all happening right now, the moment you put your focus on it. So try to remember that in the times where, the unfavorable is trying to keep you in the unfavorable. Just keep reminding yourself that you're God right there in that moment. You're creating this. So put your focus where you want to actually be. So, and stop getting so angry and frustrated about other people's beliefs, their decisions. It's a waste of energy. You're giving them that energy. That same energy we just focused on our fingers and palms, you're giving that to them. And for what? You don't even align with that energy. You don't even speak that language. Y'all might as well be talking to each other in different languages. No matter what you say or they say, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. Now, you can try to see them differently in terms. So, for example, if you feel like your partner is ignoring you or not giving you enough attention, for example, then start seeing them and telling yourself that they've been giving you a lot of attention. Like they've been calling you a lot all the time, texting you, want to be all up under you. Got to be a little bit delusional. All right, y'all. I think that's it. I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend and I'll see y'all later.